Today, we will learn a lesson in social science, fundamental rights and duties. A right means the authority given to a citizen. It may be a natural right also, like right to live, right for protection of life. It may be a legally acceptable right also, like right to equality, right to education, etc. For the development of individual and the country, some freedom and rights are inevitable. Hence, our Constitution has given some fundamental rights to its citizens. Do you know the meaning of fundamental rights? Fundamental rights are the basic rights given to an individual by the Constitution for his development. They are the constitutional rights. Fundamental rights are important for social life. No one can violate these rights. The fundamental rights are protected by judiciary. There are 6 fundamental rights and 11 fundamental duties. Any citizen, for that matter, can make full use of his fundamental rights pertaining to right to life, freedom of speech, etc. Any citizen, for that matter, is expected to carry out fundamental duties fully well so that the society as a whole will be benefited. Let us know our fundamental rights. Right to equality, right to freedom, right against exploitation, right to freedom of religion, right to culture and education, right to constitutional remedies. And now recently, RTE, right to education, has been added to it. Right to equality. All are equal before the law. Nobody is above the law and all deserve equal protection are the aspects included in right to equality. Here, the government cannot discriminate on the basis of religion, caste, sect, gender, or place of birth. It cannot restrict entry to shop, hotel, or recreational places to any of its citizens. It cannot even restrict anyone from using the public wells, tank, road, and resting places. All citizens have the equal opportunity to enter the government service. It cannot forbid anyone from entering the holy places and offer prayers. Right to freedom. The right to freedom given in the Constitution provides the following to everyone. Number 1, right to speech and freedom of expression. Number 2, right to participate in the peaceful public meeting. Number 3, right to establish institutions and associations. Number 4, right to travel throughout the country without any restriction. Number 5, right to live in any part of India. Number 6, right to take up any employment, business, or occupation. Freedom cannot be discharged as one likes, though it is the fundamental right. The Constitution itself states that the government can impose restrictions on the individual freedom on certain occasions. For example, it restricts everyone from defaming someone by uncontrolled words on the pretext of discharging one's freedom of speech. Right against exploitation. The objective of this right is to prevent exploitation of poor, women, children, and the weaker sections of the society. In order to restrict exploitation in the name of religion, caste, gender, and sect, the state and the central governments have enforced many laws. For example, Taking dowry is a punishable offense. Even the practice of bonded labor is prohibited. Employing children in certain industries such as beadi making, mining, and cracker manufacturing have been banned. The children are expected to get education till the age of 14 years. Right to freedom of religion. The citizens of India have the right to accept and follow religion of their own choice. Everyone has the right to observe their religious practices without disturbing peace, discipline, hygiene in mind. The Constitution also prohibits religious conversion by force, temptation, or by falsehood. Cultural and educational rights. This fundamental right protects the cultural and educational interests of the minorities. People have a right to protect their own language, script, or culture. The minorities have the right to establish educational institutions and manage them. The educational institutions of the minorities should adhere to the rules stipulated by the government. This right includes protection of interests of minorities, right of minorities to establish and administer educational institutions. Right to constitutional remedies. A citizen has the right to approach the Court of Justice in the event of violation of the fundamental rights. This is known as the right to constitutional remedies. Other rights can be protected by way of protecting this right. Fundamental rights and duties mean they are directly given to its citizen by the Constitution. Any individual, organization, or institution, such as parliament, assembly, judicial means, official group, police department, and any other public institutions are restricted from violating them. In the event of violation, the aggrieved person can directly approach the High Court or the Supreme Court and seek redressal. In the event of violation of fundamental rights and duties, a writ petition can be filed either in the State High Court or the Supreme Court of India. Another right is included in the Constitution, that is right to education. We call it as RTE in short. Right to Education Act is an act of the Parliament of India which describes the modalities of the importance of free and compulsory education for children between 6 and 14 in India. This right says that every child has a right to free and compulsory education.